Shout out to the homie Jamog. This guy won the claw giveaway from the last video. He was literally a level 50 free-to-play player doing fire making at the Grand Exchange, so I had to literally give him cash. We selected him through the YouTube random comment picker. Honestly, couldn't be more happy this guy won. His comment said, would be so helpful and would more than likely get me playing the game more at Yamog. You were against 3.3 thousand unique comments, so consider yourself a little lucky. What we're going to be trying to do today is have 1 hour to see how much we can trade up 1 GP by only using the stores. I've actually been meaning to make this video for a while, as it was a comment suggestion about 1 year ago. I've seen the potential of what you can buy from some of these shops, and let's just say, guys,
it's pretty fucking insane.
But before we jump straight into the content, a word from today's video sponsor.
Essential oils, aromas for natural wellness and healing. But current products aren't made for gamers. Now there's a better way to holistically improve your game with sense-like strategy. Kill-death ratio.
Wait, you guys didn't think I was actually being serious, right? The real sponsor of today's video is, of course, the one and only Raid Shadow Legends. For those of you who've been living under a rock for the past couple of years, Raid Shadow Legends is a dark fantasy RPG game that is free to play, available on PC and mobile. Now let's get into the actual gameplay. For the mobile version, the game quality is unreal. Just look at the graphics yourself. There aren't many other mobile games out there with graphics like this. Not to mention, when you play now, the daily login rewards program for new players has doubled, and you can claim free rewards like silver and gems, and a free new barbarian legendary skin, Sile of the Drake.
Spicy.
If you are a new player, click the links in the description below, and in your inbox you will find 100,000 free silver and a free epic champion, Lightsworn. Look at this guy, he's an absolute snack. With all that said, thank you again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the content. We're just going to jump straight into this. The way I've set this up is I have 500 house teleport tabs in my inventory with the 1 GP. What we're going to be doing is visiting shops all around RuneScape, and we're going to be trying to turn this 1 GP into something much, much greater, because we're going to be selling everything we buy from the shops to the Grand Exchange and then keep visiting more and more shops. See what we can turn this to in 1 hour. I think we can honestly break 500k, which would be pretty insane, because even if we use like 100 house teleports to get there and back from the shops in the Grand Exchange, we would still profit a lot. So what we're going to be doing is go to our first shop. We're going to start the timer as soon as we buy the first item. The only thing you can get for 1 GP around these parts is pretty much anything from the general store, and the closest one to me right now is the Varrock general store. This is going to be our first location for the video. Now, not everything in this store actually goes for 1 GP, so I'm going to have to check exactly what can. I'm going to just start examining the 1 GP items, because RuneLight tells you how much they're worth in the GE. Out of the shears, chisel, tinderbox, and hammer, the hammer goes for 102. That is absolute stonks out here, boys. We're going to pick up a hammer, and we're going to take this bad boy straight to the Grand Exchange. The timer has been started. We now officially have 1 hour to turn this here hammer into, you know, a massive cash stack. The goal I'm setting myself is pretty high here. I'm going to try to break 1 mil. Can it be done? I honestly don't know. I've never done something like this where I have all the shops in the game pretty much to go to. We're going to sell the hammer to the Grand Exchange. 122 GP too. We got 20 GP extra. That is actually insane. All right, next destination is going to be Lumbridge. So what I'm going to do is, I am in World 30 conveniently. I can use other people's houses, but I do have a Lumbridge teleport. Quickly get some run energy from my rejuvenation pool. Use the Lumbridge portal. And now we're going to go to a shop more commonly known to people who've done Recipe for Disaster, the chest downstairs under the cook's kitchen. This shop is actually quite interesting. You've got all these weird items like wooden spoon, but I'm really not too interested in these because I don't think these are commonly traded. If we go to buy food, we can actually see that there are some very interesting items in here that have some good GE value, and you can buy a grape for 1 GP and sell for 91. It says you can buy a pizza base for 2 GP here, and it sells for 327 on the GE. I think what I'm going to do is only buy pizza bases and grapes and just keep hopping worlds, because I want to fill my inventory, use up this 116 GP as fast as possible. That is all of the GP spent. Look how much we got from that shop. 11 pizza bases and 67 grapes. Back to the Grand Exchange we go. We're going to sell all this off and see what we just turned a hammer into in terms of GP. I'm already seeing boom and profit, boys. 9.4k. Like, the house tabs are literally irrelevant to the like, we literally just multiplied our net worth by over 9,000%, boys. It's looking pretty good. The next store that I want to try is something Super low key, but not at the same time because I've made like several videos about it. But we're going to be going to Falador. There's actually a shop here that sells sapphires for mega cheap, and I'm pretty sure they're stocked in every single world. Since the world hop limit's pretty much been taken out, you can now hop as much as you want, and you'll never get booted from the game. We spend 275 GP every world hop. I'm going to use this cash stack up as fast as possible. The sapphires are worth way more than what you buy them for, so this is just such a great way to make absolute bank. What makes this a lot easier if you use Runelight, there's actually the world hopper setting. You can make a quick hop keybind, which basically hops you to the next world. I've got it on the down key, so every time I just buy both sapphires, I put it down on my keyboard, and I'm already hopping to the next world. All right, I am full inventory right now, but no worries because there's literally a bank just north of here. We have 5.6k more to spend. I am just zooming through these worlds right now. I'm the Usain Bolt of world hopping, but nonetheless, what we're gonna do is put these sapphires in the bank. We're gonna keep everything organized just for this video, and we're gonna have all the placeholders here in just this one tab. Inventory number 2, 2.2k left. I'm actually surprised at how many gems we could buy fully spent here. That is all the GP I can spend at the store. We got about over half an inventory again. 68 sapphires between uncut and cuts. How much are we going to get for all that? 28.7k. All right, we're over a quarter of the way to white cash, aka 100,000 GP territory. The next location we're going to is Burthorpe, and I don't know if many of you know this, but there is a store here that sells food. Very common if you're an Iron Man, you've probably used this store. There's a guy named Lydio here, and if you go to his store, he sells a variety of food. Now I'm going to examine all these. You can see you get insane profit on the plain pizza. 24 for each pizza, and they sell for almost 800 in the Grand Exchange, and with the potato with cheese, they sell for 264. Even the bass is pretty worth it. So what I'm doing is just literally trying to get as many of these as possible, bank them. I might spend a good 15 minutes here just to see how it is, because I want to get my cash stack ramped up for the next store. But yeah, light speed, let's start dwindling this cash stack down. I would like you guys to realize that when I fill my inventory, I'm spending less than, like, I don't know, 600 GP. 13.1k is the return. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the tab is just looking spicy. 200,000 GP worth tab. There it is. I'm just gonna end up with the trout there. We have finally spent all of the money on food supplies here. Oh my god. We just done turned 8k into like almost 400k. Let's go sell all this stuff. Pop all of these beautiful food items into the Grand Exchange. People will always need food in RS. So I'm assuming this shop... Uh-oh, is this stuff gonna sell? Okay, the potatoes and the plain pizza already sold. We have 297k from that. The bass actually did not sell. How low am I gonna have to go here? All right, I'm going for 100 each. I don't even care. We gotta like move this along. All right, we got 30k out of that. We have 327k. I was really hoping for more, but what can you do? We have 327k, guys. That is actually pretty crazy. Hopefully the next store doesn't have as many people trying to do the same method as me, so the shops are actually in stock. We're gonna be using another person's house for this because I don't have a quick teleport to Catherby. We're going to take the portal nexus straight to Catherby, and in this city, there's actually a range shop. Hickton, this guy has a lot of goods for us. Pretty much all of these arrow tips you see right here that I'm going to examine are pretty much profitable if you buy them. Are profitable if you do buy them. As you guys can see, the adamant arrow tips, 113 each. We can buy them for 40 coins. Rune arrow tips, 200 coins, and they go for 212 each. So we won't be buying the rune arrow tips. The myth and adamant ones are just absolutely, like, insane. I can pretty much buy Addy. So yeah, we're going to see how fast we can spend all this GP here, and I'll get back to you guys when my inventory is full and the cash stack has been depleted. Same thing, we're going to be hopping worlds. So I've pretty much got the method down, and the way I'm doing this is I'm buying the mithril arrow tips down to 200, the adamant down to 0, and the steel arrow tips down to 150. These are the only 3 that are actually worth buying, and conveniently placed, they are right beside each other. So once you do all that, you just hop world. So once you do all that, you just hop worlds, rinse and repeat. So we bought the first batch of all our arrowheads. I sold off the bronze arrow tips, the arrows that I didn't really use, the iron arrow tips, and the mithril arrow tips sold actually instantly for 61 each. Now we've got the steel and adamant arrow tips. I don't think these are gonna insta-sell. Shit. All right, so the adamant and steel arrow tips. I'm gonna put the adamant arrow tips in for 102 each. Nice. What do they sell for? 103 each. Okay, you know what? We already have more than what we started with. Now we have to get rid of all the steel arrow tips. There it is. 445k. All right, we have 13 minutes to spend all of this and turn a profit. Where should I go is the question. Should I do a new shop? I'm going to switch my spellbook to Lunar, and we're going to use the Lunar Home Teleport to get to Lunar Isle, which is going to be the location of the last store. We're gonna have to wear the Seal of Passage so you can actually interact with the shop. If you've done the quest, you will know what I'm talking about. Let's go inside this walking chicken house. We've got Baba Yaga here. Now, she sells these battles. Wonder how many I can buy. Can I just buy them? You can buy Astral Runes to 0 here. And how about the Chaos Runes? We can't touch those. So the Death Runes and the Astral Runes. Honestly, even the Nature Runes work extremely well. I didn't even realize that. You can buy those down to like 200. Oh my god, I've actually managed to find a string of worlds that actually has all these in stock. Alright guys, that is pretty much all my cash spent. Time to sell all of them. These are runes, so they should go instantly. I actually only made like 50k there, even though I spent it so fast, because I did buy the runes pretty much to like a 0 GP margin. But we have 500,000 GP, guys, and we started with 1. I am just gonna stop the timer there, guys, and call it for the hour. There probably are some more secret shops that I don't know about, but with the ones that are pretty common, I was able to just generate 500,000 GP from just hopping worlds at shops. For those of you wondering, the house tab costs, I used 10 house tabs total, and it only costed me 5.6 thousand GP to just use house tabs. So pretty irrelevant costs right there. I'm honestly more than happy with the results. That was actually a pretty nice turnout. I set the bar high at 1 mil. We made it halfway there pretty much. 485k from a hammer, pretty much. You know how we end these videos. I'm gonna go give one lucky free-to-play player that I randomly see. Please take the money. You look like you need it. I mean, you've got the black armor with the gold necklace, leather gloves. I mean, you're a trooper, my guy. Yes, he took it. Smiley face. But yeah, guys, that is going to conclude today's video. I love the concept of taking 1 GP and turning it into something way more. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and like, because I am going to be giving away this 10 mil cash tag to 1 lucky winner. All you got to do is subscribe, leave your username in the comments, and like the video. It's that simple. 1 lucky winner is going to get 10 mil GP. Everybody's at home now trying to stay safe from the virus, and there are a lot of you online, so I know one of you could use 10 mil cash to have some fun with the game. Gonna keep the outro short this time, so have a good one, guys. Stay safe and peace out.